Okay, I need to do Izzy's hair
Big one.
while the bacon is frying up. Come on, baby. You still have product in your hair from yesterday. Mommy won't have to add that much.
Yeah. It's so cool.
Pick out other things. I need you to pick out some chips. I need you to pick out your yogurt. Right foot?
Yeah.
Okay. Israel, what you doing? Packing a suitcase to run away? Goodness gracious. Max forgot his bag. He'll be back. Lord. Meanwhile, he's got me holding his sushi because he wants sushi for lunch. I gotta start slinging mugs again. I'm on my live right now, you guys. Sis is multitasking, okay? And going to get my little Starbucks coffee right now. Multitasking. I'll see you guys in just one moment. Okay guys, so I've dropped the kids off at karate. I've gotten my coffee. I've made an extra run back to karate to drop off some water for them and Gatorades because they're gonna be there until the late afternoon. When I say late afternoon, like 3 or 4 o'clock. They don't go every day, but when they go, they tend to stay like for the full day. So I'm able to run errands, get some editing done, and do something for myself, like get my nails done, cook dinner in that time span, and just get everything on my list ticked off. But what I do want to talk about today before I go inside and get my nails done, it's been on my mind ever since I posted the last video, and I just feel like I can't post any more content before I put this video out. And that's just about our beloved pet, Spartacus. I just want to say, number one, thank you for everybody and understanding what it means to lose a dog. Sometimes I feel like, I don't want to say overly dramatic about losing a pet, but pet owners, whether it's a dog, a cat, a turtle that you've grown fond of, whatever it may be, holds a spot in your heart, and it's a loss of a living thing. That's how I know that I'm not like some sociopath or whatever. Like, I have a heart, and something that's living still has the same value of life as I do, right? And when you are a dog owner or a cat owner, you feel the loss because they actually like walk around, make noises. Like the fact that when I come home and when I jingle the keys at the door, I don't hear him barking, or the fact that like I don't have anybody to take on a walk or give treats to. He still has dog food left over. You know what I mean? Like, it's just his dog bowls aren't out there. You know what I mean? Just things that are so a part of your day just ain't a part of your day anymore. So yeah. And just the fact that I don't like to go down this rabbit hole. I know a lot of you have been with me for a very long time, back when I was in Virginia. A lot of you know that we got Spartacus on the way back from my last trip to Virginia to collect all my things, which I didn't take anything because by the time I got there, I was just out of it. You know what I mean? Sometimes God just says just leave everything because you're going to get blessed with a whole bunch of other things. So I left everything, and what we came back with was Mr. Spartacus. So he's held a very special place in my heart, in my kids' heart, in my mom and my dad's hearts. And it's just been very, I would like to say, difficult. There's a point of like grieving your pet, and I saw that a lot of you commented about the loss of your pet when you lost your pet, and I don't think I ever want a pet again. I want to talk about, and y'all, I can't like dive so deep into it because I feel like it will make me upset, and I don't want to get upset. I just want to remember Mr. Spartacus and his fluffy fat little self, and how loved he was and how well taken care of he was. But reading your comments immediately, I think because we were so encapsulated in the grief, that when it happened, we just kind of just like went with it. And we've been just kind of dealing with it and have been really like quiet about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a month and I hadn't been able to talk about it. Even when I'll pop up on my lives on Instagram and you guys will ask, hey, how's Spartacus? Because you guys kind of knew it first. Like, when everything happened, I was really emotional about it, and I just couldn't believe what was happening. And at that point, we still had some hope about his life, you know? And you guys would ask me, and I would just be like, I can't even. I just can't even. So the point that I can now, I just don't want to like dive too deep into it. But the fact that you guys were saying some things like, how did he become paralyzed when he walked in, not paralyzed? Y'all, if I think about it more, I think I'm going to become very angry, because if I think about it more, I regret taking him to the vet, convincing my parents that, oh, we need to take him to the vet. Because I honestly feel like his vet experience, it might not have been the veterinarian or whatever, but just the experience was so traumatic that it took him out. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have coped with it better at home, because it was arthritis. It was extreme arthritis. Bulldogs come with a whole list of ailments. They are a very high maintenance dog. From the rolls under their eyes, he already had like an eye lift, because, you know, the pockets get infected just because it's a lot of rolls and skin. He had extreme arthritis, and it was raining a lot. I had to think about it. It was raining a lot, and like my hip, since I had twins, ain't never been the same. So I know when it's gonna rain. They call me Rain Man, because my hip gets to aching and I literally can't move. So I think that was one of his experiences where his arthritis became so debilitating that when he was howling that night, it sounded so gut-wrenching. Like, we had to stay up with him. It was gut-wrenching, you guys. And like I said in the video, I thought he was dying, but he woke up the next day. He was fine. He was limping. He was able to get in the car. All of that. He was a little, you know, limpy on the paw, whatever, just nursing his ailment. But I think the trauma of whatever anesthesia they might have put him under, and them not knowing that his whole spinal cord was sensitive, however they did it, got him on the table, pushed him down to get those x-rays, I think it really injured him, because he was not able to walk or move. He was literally only able to just scoot. And crazy thing is, somebody left a comment to say, oh, bless your heart, how were you able to film this? We had no clue that he was gonna die. I was filming it just because that's what I do. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know, my dad works everywhere. He's traveling all the time. So me and the kids live at home with my mom for one of those reasons. So we're in this big old house, you know, with just me and my mom or whatever. So whenever something happens, I always pull out my camera, especially for a doctor's appointment, so I can send the footage to my dad so he can see, because he's gonna, you know, foot the bill. Mind you, a vet bill is not inexpensive, y'all. It's expensive. So I was recording everything and, you know, had the doctor on camera, and not one time did she say that he was paralyzed. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, she asked us if one of us had dropped him or if he had fallen. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna have to speed this up because my camera is trying to die on me and I do not have a proper charger for it. So yeah, that was kind of weird, but in the moment we were just like listening to her explain it. But you know, I don't got no sense, so I wanted to ask her, hell, did y'all drop him? But it never came out of my mouth because I was just like, huh, we drop him? No, I mean, no. So anyway, she's like, okay. After a long conversation, child, she was in there for a minute, honey, talking to us. At least a good, I want to say 20 minutes, just talking to us about like what we were seeing. Point is, normally at the vet, they walk the dog out. She's like, yeah, they're going to go get him and he's going to come out. He's going to walk out, right? He's going to walk out. Cool. So we're standing at the little greeting spot where you greet your pet and they're all happy to see you. And we hear a wail in the back, and you know your dog's bark, like a mom knows that your child's cry. You know your dog's bark, and it didn't sound good. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go bring the car around, get it ready so that he doesn't have to walk far. If he pees when he's outside, that's great before he gets in the car. So I pull the car around. My mom is cleaning out the back, and before you know it, the ladies, the vet techs, are bringing him like in arms. I have a picture, you guys. I'm just not going to share it because I have everything documented. In their arms, and placed him gently into the back of the truck. And mind you, the vet had told us you're going to have to help him go outside or whatever until he recovers. But it was never, he won't ever be able to get up and walk. When we got Spartacus home, Spartacus could not get out of the truck by himself, naturally, so we tried to lift him down. He couldn't do anything. We laid him down on some comfortable blankets or whatever. Spartacus normally, like when he sees any of us, he's getting up, he's jumping, he's giving a paw, he's looking for a treat. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he's just a very happy, loving dog. He never moved from the spot all night long. He was incontinent, you know what I mean? Like, he peed on himself. And he's not the kind of dog just like lay in some pee. I don't know what dog is, but he's a real clean dog. Like, once he comes from outside, he gets his paws wiped, his face wiped, his booty wiped, all that wiped down before he even thinks about like sitting down. Like, he will stand before he sits down. Like, he knows, like he's just accustomed to that. And he did none of that. So when I said that was the last time we would see Spartacus, it was because we called the vet and we had to take him back. He did not die at home. I just want to be clear, because I left a lot out because it was just so, do you understand? It's so much to put in a video and so painful. And I wanted to do it respectfully, you know, to give him that last moment and to inform you guys, because like it or not, Spartacus, you guys are accustomed to him snoring in the background. You know what I mean? Begging for food, you know what I'm talking about? And for me to not tell you guys what happened, I would feel like it would just be so inhumane. Like, how your whole dog died and you ain't say nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing. Like, we just supposed to forget that you had a dog and you ain't never say nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he went back to the vet, and when I tell you, we exhausted all possibilities from back surgery for the herniated disc to a doggy wheelchair, because we thought, well, maybe his front legs will get better. His fur began to fall off. He began losing a ton of weight. He would not eat. He would not drink. He was just going downhill. He was depressed. You know what I mean? But I knew that would happen, you know, with him being paralyzed. Like, he gonna get depressed. and then he's not like with his family where he's normally at. Like Spartacus does never like going to the doggy motel. Like he would always lose weight. And so the unfortunate decision had to be made that we just did not want him to suffer anymore, and just to be like always drugged up and just dying from from being emaciated, you know what I mean? Just so it wasn't like something quick that happened. However, him becoming paralyzed happened so quickly. And I'm going through the comments again today, and someone said that something similar happened to their dog, where the arthritis got so bad that they became paralyzed like overnight. It was so quick. So I'm not quick to blame the vet, but I do think, again, just the trauma of the x-rays or whatever probably sped the process up for him. So anyway, yeah, like I said, the kids were torn up about it, are torn up about it every time. It's like, oh, I miss Spartacus. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through the emotions of it all. And to think on anything else right now, to be like, I don't know, like placing blame right now, I don't think it's gonna help any type of healing, you know, for the grief's sake of it. You know what I mean? We just have to remember like what a great dog Spartacus was, how much we loved him, how much I know he was well taken care of. Like, he just wasn't like some dog that just got left out in the backyard. Like, for him to be such a big dog, he was well taken care of. Anytime we went for a walk, anytime we went anywhere, he should have been a show dog. You know what I mean? Like, he was just one of those dogs. So, yeah, I don't ever want to know another dog. I don't ever, and I don't want to say never, but right now, another dog is not even an option right now. I don't want another dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna cry, but I don't want another dog. Like, does that make sense? Anyway, child, I hope I kind of gave a little bit of light on the situation, because the last video was so short. I hope that a little bit of it makes sense, even though it doesn't make sense at all, right? And I know there's like more questions, because I have a lot more questions. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's why I said that was the last time that we'd see him, because we had to take him to the vet, and that was the last time that they'd see him. So yeah, anyway, but the vet did send a nice card with his paw print, everything. Kids drew pictures, and we wrote letters. And but anyway, I just want to talk about that. I'm sorry if it was a little, you know, depressing at the end or whatever. Thank you guys again for all of the comments and everything that you said. We really appreciate it, honestly and truly. That's it. There is no happy ending to it. You know what I mean? There's no happy ending to the situation. Again, thank you guys a lot.